right, calculus, my friends. You were supposed to do exam 4. Exam 4. Supposed to do the whole thing by now. I'm going to go over just a few questions. What I'm going to do is I have an answer key. So I will post pictures of my answers. So it's going to look like this. You'll see it's handwritten. I'm sorry. But a couple of them I said we'll do in class. Well, obviously we're not going to do in class. So 29. I'm on page 79, problem 29. It gives you this function, graph of f is shown. H is the integral from 0 to x of this function. So which of these is true? All right, so I'm going to try and work through this. They keep talking about 3, so let's start with, I don't know, h of 3. What is h of 3? That would be the integral from 0 to 3 of this function. Well, I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be, but I know it's going to be negative. It's got to be negative. It's the areas below the x-axis. H prime, well, let's just do h prime of x. That's going to be the derivative of this integral. So what's going to happen? I'm just going to get f of x. So what is h prime of 3? It's whatever f of 3 is. Well, f of 3 is right there. So that's equal to 0. So this is negative. This is 0. I got a feeling that h double prime is going to be positive, but let's see. H double prime of x has to equal f prime of x. So h double prime of 3 has to equal f prime of 3. And again, I don't know exactly what f prime is, but I can tell you that slope right there is definitely a positive. All right, so h of 3 is negative, h prime of 3 is 0, and h double prime of 3 is a positive number. So if I'm putting these in some sort of correct order, let's see. The first one, this is negative, this is 0, and that's positive. So this is true. All right, hope I got that right. Feel compelled to check. Just double check. Choice D. H of 3 is negative. That's 0. And that's positive. I gotta go look. Let's go. Exam 4. Number 29. A. It is A. All right, so my answer key was wrong. I don't know why. I had B there. It's A. A. I got it right. I got it right. I feel better now. Okay. 30. The graph of the derivative is shown. The graph of the derivative of f is a line segment in a quarter circle. If f of 2 is 3, now why are they telling me that? I don't know. If I was integrating from 0 to 2, integrate from 0 to 2, let me zoom in a little. If I was going to integrate from 0 to 2, what would I get? I would get this area, which is a triangle. And I would get 2 by 4 and half of that. So 1/2, 2 times 4. That's going to come out to be 4. But they're telling me the answer is 3. They told me ahead of time, hey, this is 3. F of 2 equals 3. But I'm getting 4. Oh, because there's some constant plus a constant. So what's my constant? The constant, this is what you have to figure out. The constant's negative 1. Okay. So now they're telling me, hey, find f of 6. What does that equal to? Well, it's going to be the integral from 0 to 6 of this function. But I also have to, but I'm going to have to take away 1 from whatever I get. I'm going to have to take away 1 from it. I hope that makes sense because I got this constant minus 1. Well, I already know that this is 4. How big is this quarter circle? That would be 1/4 pi. The radius is 4. 4 squared, so I'm going to get 4 pi. So the answer is going to be 4. Take away that 1, which is 3, plus 4 pi, which is choice C. Tricky, tough question, hard to put that in words. So I want to do that. In exam B, again, I'm going to put all the answers there, but there's a couple questions that are just hard to put down on paper while they're right. Number 11. They left Riemann sum over approximates. So let's do a left, so I'm just going to break it up into two rectangles. So here's the first rectangle. If I went all the way to the left, I wouldn't get anything, and then the next rectangle would go up like this. Well, clearly I'm underestimating. All right, underestimating. Let's jump over here now. If I did two rectangles, the first rectangle, if I went to the left, I'd go all the way up to 4. And the next one would go up to around here. That's overestimating. So I want to over approximate. So I want like B. Okay, what is B doing that A is not? It's decreasing. See, it's decreasing. So decreasing. Looking for a decreasing function. Well, this one also decreases. All right, so how do I know if it's either B or C? It says the trapezoidal sum under approximates. All right, so now I gotta go back here. It's between B and C. All right, so if I was doing a trapezoid, hard to draw. There's my two trapezoids over here. Connect those together with straight lines, connect this point with that point. This one's under approximating, I'm exaggerating a little bit. And this one's gonna over approximate. So I'm looking for the one that under approximates. I'm looking for this one, C. So, again, tough to explain on a piece of paper. And then this one, this was the only question I got. Zach said, could you do number 12? And I'm like, yeah, that's a good one to do. In fact, I had it in my notes to do it. It's a tough question. So they give you a velocity formula. The rate, okay, how fast is the radius changing? So dv dt is the implicit differentiation. It's going to equal, to use the chain rule here, I'm going to get 4 pi r squared dr dt. See, I'm looking for dr dt. What's the radius though? They didn't give me that. It just said 6 seconds. After 6 seconds, well, you could tell from the graph, after 6 seconds, my volume is 4 pi. So 4 pi is the volume at 6 seconds, and this is my formula for volume. Solve for R. So I gotta find R. There's a lot of little steps involved here. So multiply by 3, that gives me 12 pi equals 4 pi R cubed divided by 4 pi. I get 3 equals R cubed. I gotta take the cube root of 3. That's my radius. Yeah, cube root of 3. Let's just hold on to that. So I know what the radius is. I still need something else. I need to know what dv dt is, and that's why this is so tough. I started drawing it here. You have to kind of just draw a tangent line and say to yourself, what do you think that rate of change is? And to me, it looks like I'm going up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. I could see people arguing that, but I'm just going up 1 pi and over 1 second. So I think dv dt is approximately up 1 pi after 1 second. So it's just pi. Okay, so I'm going to plug my estimate here. The cube root of 3 squared goes here. Now divide by 4 pi. So I get pi's cancel, I get 0.25 is equal to the cube root of 3 quantity squared. All right, now you're going to need your calculator. Divide by the cube root of 3 quantity squared. And if you put that in your calculator, you're going to get like 0.12 something maybe. It's going to be irrational, but it's close to B. Super tough question. All right, so like I said, I will post pictures with my answer key for the rest of the multiple choice questions on this exam. Stay safe, guys.